packages fix their form and make them run faster? How about training to run a marathon or just run faster in your respective event? Maybe you just want to learn to run properly and lose weight in the process. Our trainers, a former 800 meters track Olympian and an 8 times world record holder in Masters Track and Field, will get you there. Don't delay. Sign up today at runningdevelopmentacademy.com or contact us at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444 to learn more.
Want to learn piano for kids? Then I recommend Wendy Goldstein School of Piano. Wendy Goldstein has been offering piano lessons since 1993 and teaches piano in a very natural way. An alumni of Manhattan School of Music, Wendy creates customized lesson plans for each student and helps bring music alive. Wendy provides you a convenient location, the best value, and the most fun way to learn piano. All ages are welcome and the first lesson is always free. Have questions? Call Wendy at 201-207-5169.
Want to take a cruise but don't have a U.S. visa? No problem. Cruise and Rail Travel are experts at cruises that do not require a U.S. visa. Visit www.cruiseandrail.net or call 868-631-8785. Find us on Facebook or drop us a tweet.
For community news, sports, and opinions, call us at 973-327-3626 or log on to SoMore.org. You're listening to the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. You are listening to In the Village with Anselm on South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. You can reach us here at 973-327-3626 or log on to SoMore.org. Coming soon, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. The South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Anselm on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. Coming to you every Monday through Friday from 8 to 9:30 p.m. That's 8 to 9:30 p.m. You can reach us here at 973-327-3626. That's 973-327-3626. As you know, we give you the SoMore quote of the day every day, Monday through Friday. And we ask you to submit your quotes of the day. And we read the best quote of the day right here in the Village with Anselm on the South Orange Maplewood Online Radio Experience. So what is the SoMore quote of the day? No one outside of you can take responsibilities for your problem. No one outside of you can take responsibility for your problems. That's a good one. I like that one. So I want to get back to the 10 things a district can do to close the achievement gap. And I believe that the experts, people who have done this over and over, have come up with some concrete ideas on how we can reduce the achievement gap. And I think it's upon the school district, if they want to implement certain of these policies. Now, it says, number 5 says, avoid student tracking by ability or any other criteria. It says, tracking and the quality of academic opportunities affect the gap in academic achievement. And you know what? We're going to get back to that one. Let's go on. Number 6, improve home-to-school communication. Very important. Provide funding for translators. Establish a homework hotline. Schedule twice yearly conferences. Have report card translated into several languages. Send a monthly principals newsletter. Plan family-based activities to bring families to the campus and to schedule regular meetings with the principals for parents. The principals and upper administrators should have an open door policy using looping models of instruction in which children stay with the same teacher for 2 years. The advantage is that teachers have greater opportunities to build long-lasting relationships with parents and students. Less learning time is lost at the beginning of a school year because the teachers already know the students and their abilities and needs. And that's another very important one. Let's go on to number 7. Prevent gangs. Create a balanced program of prevention, intervention, and enforcement strategies. School district must work closely with law enforcement to share information on gang activity, implement student, staff, and parent anti-gang education and prevention programs, communicate to staff, students, and parents that gangs, drugs, and weapons will not be tolerated. Discipline in a timely, firm, fair, and consistent manner. And let me repeat that. Discipline in a timely, firm, fair, and consistent manner. Establish relationship with parents, law enforcement, and social services. Number 8, require ongoing teacher training during an entire teaching career. The biggest factor in student success is the ability of the teacher to teach well. Ongoing training keeps the process of improvement continuing throughout a teacher's career. Number 9, implement research-based program for student improvement when difficulties first begin. Get government or business funding. And number 10, lower class size. There should be no more than 20 students per class in grades kindergarten through the 3rd grade. Class size should stop out at 30 student maximum in an academic course. Course such as physical education can handle more students. So you have 10 things school district can do to close the achievement gap. And I must say, there are some things here that we can easily do here in South Orange and Maplewood. Very, very easy to implement. But the idea is, are we ready in South Orange and Maplewood for these things to be implemented? Because one of the 10 things it states that the school district can do to close the achievement gap is avoid student tracking by ability or any other criteria. Tracking and the quality of academic opportunities affects the gap in academic achievement. Are we ready to get rid of tracking in South Orange and Maplewood? That's the big question. Are we truly ready to get rid of tracking in South Orange and Maplewood? That's the big question. I don't know. I don't know if the school system is ready to get rid of tracking. And I don't know if the community of South Orange and Maplewood is ready to get rid of tracking. And another important point was improve home to school communication. Establish a homework hotline. And I know for a fact there are conferences scheduled at both the middle school, the elementary school, and the high schools. The principal and upper administrator should have an open door policy. So we have here some simple solutions to reducing the achievement gap. And it is incumbent on the school district to decide. We can't keep doing things the same way and expect to get different results. We can't keep doing things the same way and expect to get different results. I mean, when you look at it, quite a few years ago, the Community Coalition on Race had realtors who were selling houses in South Orange and Maplewood change the way they were doing business. Yes. They had to change the way they were doing business. And they did change. And they changed for the better. It's much, much, much better now as far as you going to buy a house in South Orange and Maplewood with the things that happened 10, 15 years ago. It's much better. Because the Community Coalition and Race took a stand. They showed the realtors where they were going wrong. And they changed. Because they knew the change was for the betterment of South Orange and Maplewood. We can do the same in the school district. We can do the same. And if we do that, you're going to see a betterment in the education system in South Orange and Maplewood. And it's going to be better for all the students and families of South Orange and Maplewood. I know a lot of people are concerned if you do away with tracking that some of the slow kids are going to hold back some of the excellent kids. And I don't think so. I really don't think so. I think some of those slow kids are going to want to bring their level and their standards up to the level of the kids that are overachieving. I think so. I mean, I grew up in the Caribbean. Going to school in the Caribbean, we never had tracks. We never had tracking. We never had levels. There were people of different abilities in one class. And the other thing that was mentioned is regarding the class size. And I think that's very important. If you have a very large class, it's difficult to really and truly get the undivided attention of all the kids. There's some kids going to get lost in the shuffle. So the smaller the class size, the better it will be. And I think these are some simple changes we can implement here in South Orange and Maplewood and have a drastic effect on the achievement gap. I mean, drastic effect on the achievement gap. You know, I really wanted to get to should New Jersey opt out of the Common Core curriculum. That was an article in today's South Orange Patch. Because this is something I have been talking about over and over and over. The Common Core curriculum. And if we are to reduce the achievement gap, there's a correlation. There is a correlation. If we are to reduce the achievement gap, you cannot implement the Common Core curriculum in this community here. Because the Common Core curriculum affects those that need the most help. And if you implement it, those that need the most help are going to be worse off. So we should actually be thinking about getting rid of the Common Core curriculum in South Orange and Maplewood. Just like many other school districts are thinking. Just like the Archdiocese of the United States of America has made a plea to all Catholic schools across the country. If you have implemented the Common Core, get rid of it. And there was a saying that says, if you for the core, you out the door. That was an organization across the United States of America telling members of the Board of Education, if you for the core, you out the door. So that is a big discussion I'm definitely going to have tomorrow, because I think the Common Core curriculum has a significant impact on the education system in South Orange and Maplewood. And it doesn't seem that if many of us have an understanding or even knows about the Common Core, please, if you don't know, just go to somore.org and right on the homepage, you're going to see the link to tell you about the Common Core. We're going to go for a short break. We're going to wrap up when we come back.
Want to take a cruise but don't have a U.S. visa? No problem. Cruise and Rail Traveler, experts at cruises that do not require U.S. visa. Visit www.cruise